Good Thursday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. A man whose three-day crime spree that started in Omak and ended in Spokane has been sentenced to 14 years in federal prison. The second annual Senior Health Fair is happening tomorrow, and this year's event features the theme of fall prevention. Tomorrow is the last day of summer, and it will feel like it, then cooler and wet late this weekend. A Wenatchee toddler is recovering today after allegedly suffering fentanyl exposure, and police say his father faces charges of drug possession and child endangerment. Wenatchee police arrested 29-year-old Michael Ward Holmes on Tuesday after a 911 call to his home. It's in the 1100 block of Jefferson Street. There, they found a 1-year-old male child in distress, with witnesses saying he'd placed a small whitish-gray pill in his mouth just before the episode. The child improved after being treated with Narcan and was taken by air to Seattle Children's Hospital as a precaution. Another child, age 6, was also in the house at the time of the incident. Police said they found amounts of fentanyl, Xanax, and other drugs in the home, as well as a garage setup to produce psilocybin mushrooms. Other charges against Holmes are possible after further investigation. A man whose three-day crime spree started in Omak has been sentenced to 14 years in federal prison. 22-year-old Dylan Joseph Swan shot a man in the stomach outside 12 Tribes Casino in Omak in August of 2021. He then drove his female passenger against her will to Spokane, where he held up a supermarket and a McDonald's restaurant at gunpoint and shot a second victim. Swan crashed his car while on the run from Spokane police. His case went to federal court in Spokane because some of the crimes took place on the Colville Reservation. Swan pleaded guilty to charges of robbery and assault with a dangerous weapon in Indian country. A man in prison for assaulting 2 police officers 8 years ago was resentenced yesterday, receiving the same amount of prison time he's already serving. Jake Van Wyck struggled with Wenatchee Police Sergeant Keith Kellogg and Officer Tracy Valdez in 2015 when they arrived to remove him from an unoccupied house where he was trespassing. Kellogg suffered a broken wrist and Valdez was shot with her own taser. Van Wyck, who was living with mental illness and drug addiction, pleaded guilty and got a 22-year sentence in 2016. But changes in state drug law, as well as a miscalculation of Van Wyck's prior criminal record, led an appeals court to order resentencing. Judge Travis Brandt imposed 22 years again on Wednesday, reaching the same amount of prison time using a different calculation. An addiction treatment agency has shuttered its locations in Moses Lake and 3 other cities after a State Department of Health investigation. Social Treatment Opportunity Programs, or STOP, had its licenses placed on probation after DOH found poor record keeping, faulty background checks for staff, and failure to follow up on addiction assessments that were ordered by Grant County courts. STOP previously operated 7 clinics around Washington, but now it's ceased operating in Moses Lake, Aberdeen, Shelton, and Othello. DOH says the agency must consistently comply with health regulations before its licenses can be reinstated. When we come back, the Cascadia Conservation District is on the move to their new Uptown location. A Wenatchee teen has won a national award for his performance telling the story of a young George Washington. And a multitude of local businesses and independent growers all came together to spread kindness to Confluence Hospital staff for the flower therapy event that took place on Tuesday. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Dear Merry Maids, please clean the kitchen, and the cabinets, and the floors, and the chairs. And I wish you could clean the dog. Colin is now feeding himself. Thanks, Megan.
Hi, Megan. No worries. We got it all cleaned up. Let's hope Colin gets past the spaghetti flinging stage soon. Till then, we've got you covered. See you next time. Merry Maids.
At D.A. Davidson in Wenatchee, they believe your investment success begins with a personalized plan. A plan that is the roadmap you need to navigate your way to living your best years in retirement. D.A. Davidson can help you create a plan so you can take the time to enjoy the finer things in life. Let the financial advisors at D.A. Davidson help chart your retirement future today.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
The Cascadia Conservation District is on the move. Beginning next Friday, September 29th, their office on Mission Street will close as they prepare to head to their new Uptown location. Their new office at 1350 McKittrick Street will open on October 9th. All contact information will remain the same, including staff and office phone numbers and emails. The Cascadia Conservation District works to encourage wise stewardship of Chelan County's natural resources, and you can learn more about them at cascadiacd.org. The second annual Senior Health Fair is happening tomorrow, and this year's event features the theme of fall prevention. All finely aged individuals are welcome to stop by the Wenatchee Valley Senior Activity Center from 1:30 p.m. to 4:30 to learn about finding your balance from over 26 registered vendors. Visitors will have access to educational resources and assistance, including free balance tests, home safety and medication assessments, demonstrations of medical equipment, vision information, blood pressure checks, and more. To learn more about the event, visit the Wenatchee Valley Senior Activity Center website. A Washington teen has won a national award for his performance telling the story of a young George Washington. James Byrd, who was homeschooled and enrolled in Running Start, was selected as the high school winner of the Mount Vernon Prize for Excellence in Civics and History. Byrd was inspired to write his one-act play, George Washington, Our State's Namesake, after realizing his peers were unfamiliar with Washington's history. He crafted a script out of letters and primary source documents, and over 6 months gave 25 performances to audiences ranging from 5 to 100 people. Byrd will receive a $5,000 award for his efforts. A multitude of local businesses and independent growers all came together to spread kindness to hospital staff for the flower therapy event that took place on Tuesday. Volunteers arranged and distributed over 350 bouquets of donated flowers to the staff at Confluence Health Hospital. The event was organized by the Growing Kindness Project. That's a local organization that encourages individuals to spread kindness through community using flowers. The hospital staff said they were happy to receive the flowers from the community as a form of thanks for all their hard work. Coming up next, we will bring you our weekly Pause for Pets feature from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. Tonight's featured pet is a 2-year-old lab named Archer, who's looking for his forever home. Warmer, sunny weather on tap for tomorrow before our weather pattern turns wet late this weekend into next week. I'll have all the details in your complete North Central Washington weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
Abby's has been around the Pacific Northwest for generations. Yep, our parking lot used to have phone booths, and this amazing hair was considered to be in style. You know what hasn't changed in the past 59 years? Our recipes, hand-rolled dough, and toppings to the edge. That's what makes us legendary. It's back, baby. You asked for it, and Abby's listened.
Bacon.
Bacon.
Cheddar.
Yep, this amazing pizza is on sale for a very limited time. Hurry in or order at abbys.com. Your taste buds and family will thank you.
Caught in a conflict? Family? Workplace? Neighbor? Business? Housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training. and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
Castle Rock International is the Northwest premier real estate agency for large acreage properties, farms and ranch land, lodging and resorts, and other distinctive commercial real estate. Professional, knowledgeable, and discreet, Castle Rock International has the listings and the buyers you have been looking for. Contact John McNamara at Castle Rock International today, or visit their website for more information on this award-winning company.
It's time now for our weekly Pause for Pets feature from the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. Today's featured pet is a 2-year-old lab named Archer, who's looking for his forever home.
Hi, I'm Corley with Wenatchee Valley Humane Society, Animal Care Coordinator here. And this beautiful boy is Archer. He's our 2-year-old black lab. And for those of you lab lovers out there, like me, he is exactly what you would expect. He's goofy and playful and just a silly boy. He came to us as a stray, like most of our dogs, but some good Samaritan brought him into us. Thank you for doing that. He was just a scared, lost boy on the streets of Wenatchee. And now he's getting the care and attention he needs. But of course, what he really needs is a home. And he deserves it because he's such a good boy. If you have another dog, he gets along great with dogs. Cats, as usual, we have no idea with strays. But he's got a really great attitude, and he's just so happy all the time, like labs. He knows a couple commands. He knows how to sit. He's really good at that. And we're working on shake, and he's picking that up pretty quick. And yeah, he really wants to learn. He likes to focus on you. He's great in walks. Yeah, he just wants to please. There's his tail going. Yes, and he loves his stuffed animals, and he loves balls, and he loves playing, and he's just a really great overall family dog. And he would really love to be part of yours. So if you would like to come meet Archer and throw the ball for him, we are open Thursday through Tuesday, 11 till 6, and we would love for you to come by.
Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org.
Let's take a look now at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Boy, a beautiful Thursday. After kind of a cool, wet day yesterday, we made up for it today. Look at all that beautiful blue sky as we look down at the Wenatchee Valley from our Wenatchee Heights Sky-Fi Tower camera. You can see Wenatchee and East Wenatchee in the shot, and just a beautiful day, a bit of a breeze out there. Really not windy by any means, but we did see some breeze out there. And this weekend looks pretty good, at least the start of it. Tomorrow's going to be great. We're going to see temperatures in the mid-70s. It's going to be a lot like today, except a little bit warmer. And then as we get into Saturday, we're going to see partly to mostly cloudy skies, especially late in the day on Saturday. Maybe a little bit breezy in some places also on Saturday. We're talking Waterville Plateau and maybe the Columbia Basin. And then by the time we get into Sunday, we're going to see a better than 20% chance of rain here in the Wenatchee area. Clouds will roll in on Sunday. It will begin to shower Sunday night. And folks, it looks like it's going to last right into Wednesday of next week. We'll talk more about that coming up. But today, not bad at all. 72 degrees unofficially out there. That's just a few degrees below where we should be for this time of year at 75. Our record high temperature was set in 1967 at 92 degrees. It was a cool one this morning. I'm sure you noticed it as you headed out the door for work or school. 46 out there, 51 is our normal low temperature for this time of year. Cold year, 1983, second day in the row in the 30s, 38 our record cold. Sunrise 6:46 this morning, and the sun sets tonight just after 7 at 7:01. All right, let's get you into those Friday temperatures now, and I don't think any complaints around the area. 71 Moses Lake and Ephrata, 72 in Quincy, 74 beautiful degrees in Wenatchee tomorrow. That also goes for Eniat, 75 for Chelan, all the way up to 77 in Omak tomorrow. Beautiful day in Leavenworth with a high temperature for Friday of 72 degrees. All right, tonight we can expect partly cloudy skies. We will see, I should say, seasonal overnight low temperatures with lows somewhere in those mid-50s. Just a smattering of clouds, mainly in southeastern Washington. And then football Friday, it just couldn't be any better. The final day of summer, and it's going to feel like it. Mostly sunny and warmer. High temperatures for Friday into the mid-70s. That is just beautiful game time. Should be temperatures around 65 degrees tomorrow. And then Saturday, our first day of fall. I know it's a little later than normal, but yeah, it is the 23rd this year. Increasing clouds during the day. Will be a mild one once again, so a nice start to our weekend with high temperatures in the low 70s. And yeah, looks like a mini hurricane just off the west coast on Sunday, and that will definitely change our weather pattern. It'll bring a lot of clouds our way, and there's that chance for showers late in the day. High temperatures cooling down a bit into the mid and upper 60s for Sunday. And then Monday, this looks to be the rainiest day, especially according to the National Weather Service. I know this weather model doesn't show a lot of rain, but I expect rain likely on Monday. High temperatures in those mid 60s, so we will be below normal to start our work week, and we're going to stay a little bit wet too. Tuesday, mostly cloudy skies. You can see a lot of the rain in western Washington. Some of that will spill over into our area. Mid to upper 60s again for highs on Tuesday, and then getting you to the end of our forecast on Wednesday. Not much of a change. A little trough of low pressure setting up off the west coast, and clouds will roll in along that trough. We will see showers likely on Wednesday. High temperatures then in the mid 60s. All right, your 7-day forecast now. 54 overnight tonight, 74. Just going to be a gorgeous day tomorrow. Enjoy it if you can. Increasing clouds. Nice day for Saturday too at 72. And then our weather pattern feels more like fall as we get into Sunday. Mostly cloudy. We'll see afternoon and evening rain showers Sunday. It looks like showers throughout the day Monday and 65. 40% chance of rain on Tuesday and 67. And then an all-day rain event shaping up for us on Wednesday. Cloudy skies with a high temperature of 65. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, it's Eric Dranstrom with a look at sports. We'll have more too as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
At Confluence Health, our mission is clear: to provide exceptional care for our community. We believe in healthcare that's personal and local because we're just like you, members of this great community.
We are Confluence.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
Local care by and for our community.
We are Confluence.
The Mariners swept the Oakland A's yesterday with a 6-3 win in the Bay Area, keeping pace with Houston and Texas in the standings. Dominic Canzone had a career day at the plate, driving in 4 runs, including a 2-run bomb in the second inning. Julio Rodriguez also came through with his 100th RBI on his 31st home run of the season. It was also a record-setting day for Cal Raleigh.
3-2. Oh, this is rifled out to right center field, crushed and short hop in the wall. It bounces over. A ground rule double for Cal Raleigh. And with that, The Mariners catcher has set a new single-season club record, the most extra base hits in one campaign by a Mariners catcher. Another impressive milestone for Cal Raleigh. Canzone, liftoff, blasted deep out to right field. This is into the second deck. Dom Canzone, what a bomb.
Take a look at it. As Aaron mentioned, it's going to be a cutter. McDelivery Supermo. Cutter trying to get it in on his hands, but he's able to get the barrel to it. Ended up middle in, and he hit every bit of it as it goes up into the second deck. It's well back. It's over that walkway.
And Shooty Babbitt.
At the deep center field, Rodriguez going back, and it is gone! A home run for Geloff, and it's 2-1. Geloff with home run number 13, RBI number 27. It's a 2-1 ball game.
The 2-2. Lifted high, deep, right center field. Driven well, back at the wall, and it disappears. Home run, Julio! RBI number 100 this season. Only the third player in baseball history, 22 or younger, to post a 30-30 season while driving in 100 runs. Launched right field. How about back-to-back jobs at the Coliseum? Up into the shadows of the stairs, Cal Raleigh's 29th. A couple of tanks in the 5th inning. 4-1 Mariners. Edgar.
There you go.
Kemp angling back and has to play this short hop in the wall. Gino coasts home. Ty France motors to the plate. The throw home is up the line, not in time. What a day this has been for Dom Canzone. He has driven in 4 of the Mariners' 6 runs.
A fly ball to deep center field going back. Rodriguez, he's at the wall, and it is gone. A home run for Rooker. And it's now 6-3.
2 outs, tying run on deck, bottom of the 9th inning. The payoff. He got him, and the Mariners win. They cap off a series sweep of the Athletics. They win it 6-3, and they will march on to Arlington.
George Kirby worked 7 innings to earn his 11th win of the season. Seattle had its final day off today before they begin series in Texas tomorrow against the Rangers. Game time at 5:05. That'll be on Root Sports Northwest. Well, Houston came through with a walk-off win in the bottom of the 9th over Baltimore 2-1. Their lead is a half game over Seattle and Texas. In the AL West, Rangers blew out Boston 15-5 to remain tied with the Mariners. Seattle and Texas are also tied for the final wildcard playoff spot after yesterday's action. Angels beat Tampa Bay 8-3, so the Rays' lead for the top wildcard spot is 8.5 games. Toronto beat the Yankees 6-1, keeping the Blue Jays a full game ahead of both Seattle and Texas. Now, heading into the weekend series, Rangers hold the tiebreaker edge over the Mariners, so it's important for Seattle to gain the edge back if they can, if it comes down to a tie. Well, the Seahawks began practice yesterday to prepare to take on the Carolina Panthers in Seattle on Sunday. Coach Pete Carroll says he knows they'll be licking their chops to hand the Hawks a home loss to pick up their first win of the season.
We know we see a very hungry team coming in here. Carolina's hungry to get their win, get going. They're tough and they're physical up front. They like to run the football. They play really good up front in run and pass, terrific pass rush. This is a huge game for us, and I'm really hoping that we can find the feeling and capture the feeling of how you finish. And regardless of what happens earlier in the game, and you do a good job at the end so that you have a chance to win. So that's really the focus for us this week.
Carolina used its #1 overall draft pick to select star quarterback Bryce Young out of Alabama. The former Heisman Trophy winner has thrown 2 touchdowns, a couple of interceptions, has been sacked 6 times so far in 2 games. Coach Carroll says he expects Young's talent to eventually show through.
He's the best player in America, and he's got great instincts and savvy and playmaking and confidence and all of that stuff, or they wouldn't have done it, I think this is our 3rd #1 pick in a row we're getting a quarterback, so we expect him to be terrific. If he's the guy out there playing, then we expect him to be able to do a lot of stuff. He's a very natural athlete and a real gifted athlete, so he can move real well and all that, so he can create stuff. So those guys always cause problems.
Seattle and Carolina kick off Sunday at 1:05 on CBS. Well, the local hockey scene takes a monumental step forward tomorrow night when the Wenatchee Wild play their first game in the Western Hockey League. Wild ownership announced in June that they'd purchased the WHL's franchise in Winnipeg and would be moving it to Wenatchee to begin play this fall. Wild broadcaster Austin Andrade joined us on Wake Up Wenatchee Valley to explain what a big deal this is.
It's the #1 league at the #1 level for 16 to 20-year-old players in the world. 1 out of every 5 players in the NHL right now is an alumnus of the WHL. If you turn on an NHL game at any point from start to finish, on average, you'll see 2 players skating or tending net on the ice at the exact moment you flip on the game that played in the WHL. So it's a major development for hockey here in Wenatchee, and the talent level. The PGA used to have a saying. I know we've got a lot of golf fans who watch the program. That they used to have a saying that these guys are good, right. And these guys are really, really good. Wenatchee, you're in for a treat here when these guys take the ice here.
Season ticket sales are up 50% over last year since the move to the WHL was announced. Portland is in town tomorrow to kick off the Wild's inaugural season.
It's going to be electric. We've got some new enhancements as far as the game experience goes, and of course, the enhancement on the ice is going to be pretty exciting too. But it's 509 night on Friday night, so we'll celebrate the local community and say thank you to the local community for supporting us so well for the last 15 years. But we've got the normal magnet schedules that we'll be giving away for the first 1,000 fans. But also the first 1,000 fans will get a commemorative ticket to kind of commemorate the start of a new era in hockey here in Wenatchee with the Western Hockey League.
Wenatchee and Portland drop the puck at 7 o'clock tomorrow. Seattle Thunderbirds in town on Saturday at 6. Go to WenatcheeWild.com or WenatcheeWildHockey.com for tickets. And the prep sports calendar got underway earlier today with some swimming. Eastmont swimmers and divers on the road at Davis. Wenatchee hosting Moses Lake in the pool. On the pitch in girls soccer, Oroville's hosting Manson. Quincy's at Brewster, while Okanagan visits Pateros. Omak's hosting Cascade. Cashmere welcomes Chelan tonight at 6:30. Volleyball action. And traveling to Wilson Creek today. 6:30 matches have Othello at Ephrata. Cashmere's hosting Chelan. Warden's at Quincy. Omak's at Cascade. Okanagan travels to Liberty Bell. Oroville hosts Bridgeport, and Lake Roosevelt visits Manson. Wenatchee plays at Davis tonight at 7, while Moses Lake is at West Valley. That's a look at sports news. I'm Eric. Thanks for Dan for filling in for me while I've been dealing with a little bit of the flu bug this week. And if you've got it, you know it's no fun. Have a happy Thursday.
On the next edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley, summer is done, autumn is here. Bonnie Orr, what do we need to know to give us a quick heads up about gardening and lawn tips as we transition to autumn?
You know what? It's the busiest time of the year. People think summer is, but there are so many things to do in the fall.
And Bonnie will tell you all about it for you gardeners and lawn experts out there. She is the one on the next edition of Wake Up Wenatchee Valley.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more on these stories and other news from around North Central Washington, you can find us on Facebook or our website at NCWLIFE.com. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. You can send us an email at news@NCWLIFE.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us tonight. Have a great evening.